A story with a fierce psychosis. You're gonna spoil it anyway.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
A defiant performance by Ten Hag's men. Now standing at 7 feet 4 inches, Satnam Singh is making his way into professional wrestling.
We are getting more good news for India.
Film and entertainment is definitely one of the levers for any country to build its brand.
We are getting global. I feel that we're just on the takeoff.
More and more films are becoming language agnostic.
Content is a universal language.
There's one audience in the world.
Absolutely. End of the day, we all are like brothers who have mutual respect for each other from a different land.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
Welcome to News9 Mediaverse and you are watching On Point. Bharatiya Janata Party has launched an all-out attack on I.N.D.I.A Bloc with Modi Ka Parivaar mantra. The attack comes after a day when Lalu Prasad Yadav targeted Prime Minister Modi saying that he has no family. A comment in poor quality. A comment of no consequence. But as again, usual, Prime Minister Modi himself took a swipe at the opposition by declaring the whole country to be his family. BJP leaders including Amit Shah, I.N.D.I.A, Nitin Gadkari, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Anurag Thakur and many others added Modi Ka Parivaar to their bios on social media site. The BJP attacked the I.N.D.I.A Bloc for their dynastic politics and only being concerned about the welfare of their families. Bharatiya Janata Party said that I.N.D.I.A Bloc is only about family. Family first. But for Bharatiya Janata Party and Prime Minister Modi, it's nation first. This attack comes on the same line as viral 2019 Main Bhi Chowkidaar campaign. Has Lalu Yadav made the same mistake as Rahul Gandhi did in 2019? Will the opposition pay a price for targeting Prime Minister Modi personally? But before I play out the bite, let me just play out a graphic. How Prime Minister has been attacked. Prime Minister has been called Maut Ka Saudagar by Sonia Gandhi. He was called Chaiwala by Manishankar Iyer. He was called Panotti. Prime Minister was accused as Chowkidar Chor hai by the Congress party. Then Prime Minister was again made fun by a leader from the Congress saying Bichu over Shivling, though he clarified it later. Then someone called him Gangu Teli. It didn't stop there. People even called Prime Minister Neech Aadmi. Someone called him Bhasmasur. Prime Minister of India. Then someone called him Jallad. Then someone called him Duryodhan. I really don't want to get into that name thing. One called him compulsive liar and another called him proverbial frog. These are the names, Raman and Hitler. These are the names used for India's Prime Minister against an opposition which has no comprehensive plan. I don't think any word like that has been used against any sitting Prime Minister by opposition ever. I think the most abusive the opposition ever got, or even its own party got, was Congress when some of the leaders called Indira Gungi Gudiya. But then that was the senior Congress leaders. But what has happened in last so many years when they have attacked the Prime Minister like this is indeed shameful, bankruptcy of thought. Now let me play out the bite of Lalu Prasad Yadav and Prime Minister Modi, and then we'll go to Charu Pragya, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, and Shyam Prasad Meka, Congress leader. And with me on this issue, I'll be joined by my input editor, Brajesh Pandey. But let me play out the bites first.
ये मोदी क्या है? मोदी कोई चीज है क्या? ये नरेंद्र मोदी आजकल परिवारवाद पर हमला कर रहे हैं। अरे भाई तुम बताओ ना कि तुमको क्यों परिवार में कोई संतान नहीं तुमको हुआ, बताओ। ज्यादा संतान होने वाले लोगों को बोलता कि परिवारवाद है, परिवार के लिए लोग लड़ रहे हैं। तुम्हारे पास परिवार नहीं है, और तुम्हारी माताजी जब, और तुम हिंदू भी नहीं है, तुम्हारी माताजी का जब देहावसान हो गया तो हर हिंदू अपने मां के शोक में केस दाढ़ी बनवाता है, दाढ़ी छिलवाता है। क्यों नहीं छिलवाया, बताओ, क्यों नहीं छिलवाया? देश भर में नफरत फैला रहे हो।
मैं इनके परिवारवाद पर सवाल उठाता हूं तो इन लोगों ने बोलना शुरू कर दिया है कि मोदी का कोई परिवार नहीं है। अब तो कल ये कह देंगे कि तुम कभी जेल में, तुझे सजा नहीं हुई इसलिए तुम राजनीति में नहीं आ सकते, ये भी कह देंगे। तेलंगाना के मेरे भाइयों बहनों, मेरा जीवन खुली किताब जैसा है। आप मुझे देशवासी भली भांति जानते हैं, समझते हैं। मेरा पल पल सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके लिए होंगे। मेरा कोई निजी सपना नहीं होगा, आपके सपने, यही मेरा संकल्प होगा। और जिंदगी खपा दूंगा तो आपके सपनों को पूरा करने के लिए, आपके बच्चों के भविष्य को उज्जवल बनाने के लिए। और इसलिए देश के कोटि कोटि लोग मुझे अपना मानते हैं, अपने परिवार के सदस्य की तरह मुझे प्यार करते हैं। और इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, 140 करोड़ देशवासी, यही मेरा परिवार है।
Brijesh, what is happening? I mean to say, there are a couple of things here. One, is this the Chaiwala repeat movement? Second, there are many leaders who don't get married. In fact, they don't even follow the custom. If you look at Jayalalitha's custom, there was no cremation. It was a burial that had happened at Marine Drive. Mamta has not married. There are many leaders who don't get married. That's one. And secondly, is it necessary that you are a Hindu? Unless and until you get your head tonsured, you're not a good Hindu?
Well, I think, one of the biggest problem is that the opposition is not learning from its mistakes. No, nothing.
No, I think, the point that Brijesh was trying to make is...
It's like, I'm just saying that it's like opposition is not learning from its mistake. What is happening is that if you throw a barb at a gentleman and it backfires, maybe you err it for the first time. When a similar thing happens for the second time, you still say, okay, let's assume that they will understand. But if it keeps on happening and you keep on repeating that, this means that this close to the election, this means that opposition is not learning at all.
Okay. I'm joined by Charu Pragya and Shyam Prasad Meka. Charu, to you, what do you make of this? I mean to say, I don't think it's okay to attack a Prime Minister like that. It's not okay.
A good evening to you. When the opposition is left with nothing constructive to say, I think they resort to attacks which are way under the belt. Every time I think they cannot disgrace themselves more, they do a one-upmanship and they manage to shock me further. Because this was a scathing attack at a personal level when it was not needed. Do you have anything to say about the policies of BJP government? Please say that. You have something to say about a comment made by Prime Minister Modi? Please say that. But what makes you think that you can fall this low again and again and again and people are going to support you through it? And imagine this comment was made by a man who's out on medical bail. I don't understand why courts are not taking cognizance and putting him behind bars for contempt of court. He doesn't look unwell from any angle. He's using bail to misuse his position, be in front of the people and try and bring down the Prime Minister. But let me say this, they can try their best to bury him. He's a seed. And every time they have attacked him, it was 282 seats in 2014 when they used the Chaiwala jibe. In 2019, they said Chowkidar chor hai, and the people of India rewarded PM Modi with 303 seats. They can say what they like. They want to call him someone who doesn't have a family. Well, 140 crore Indians are going to bless him with votes. He has a family which includes all of us. And I don't in fact expect any better from a man who spent his life promoting Parivarvad, who spent his life ensuring that only people in his family are in positions of power. He doesn't understand the plight of other people. So I'm proud of my Prime Minister. We have a movement today where not just BJP Karyakartas, but normal people are feeling offended by the kind of comments made by Laluji. And it's going to come back multi-fold to them in the form of no votes going to their alliance.
Mr. Meka, your opening comments on this. Why did Lalu has to say something like that? That, you know, you're not a Hindu, you didn't get your head tonsured. Is this the way the Prime Minister gets attacked, sir?
No, first of all, I'm not going to play on the pitch you set up for the last 11 minutes. Okay. See, first of all, the Prime Minister is devoid of any constructive agenda for the country. He doesn't have answers to the questions raised by I.N.D.I.A Alliance. What is his stand on the social justice and economic justice we are talking about? What is he going to do about the rising unemployment? What is he going to do about the price rise? Instead of answering these, the Prime Minister is using his usual tactic of diverting the attention of the people. And people have seen through this game again and again and again. This is not going to fly. Yeah, we can talk about, oh yeah, we can talk emotionally. Oh yeah, Minister, my Prime Minister. Oh, okay, go ahead, do all that. But come back and answer me about the people's issues. Come back to the people's agenda. It's not about Narendra Modi. This is about India. This is about
you have not answered my question. Sorry, I don't like interfering. Okay, TK, you can say that, you know, I have prepared a different pitch. My question to you, sir, was why are people accusing Prime Minister with words like, let me play out, you know, I think you didn't get the context. Let me play out that graphic, because my question started from that. Let's play out that for Meka Saab. Let's play out for Meka Saab. Let's play out for Meka Saab. Because I think I didn't. Let's play out that graphic. Let's play out. I'm putting it on screen. What has people been saying against Prime Minister? Maut ka Saudagar, Chaiwala, Panauti, Chowkidar chor hai, Bichu over Shivling, Gangu Teji, Neech Aadmi, Bhasmasur, Jallad, Duryodhan, compulsive liar, proverbial frog, रावण हिटलर. अब बताइए, मेरा सवाल बहुत सीधे सीधे है बेका साहब, प्रधानमंत्री के खिलाफ इस तरीके से गाली वाले शब्द क्यों इस्तेमाल होते हैं? Why are such words being used against him? I'm just asking. I'm not even saying the word. I'm not even using the word boomerang, sir. I'm not even using the word politics. I'm not even using the word elections. I think it's completely wrong to use such words against Prime Minister.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute. Prime Minister has no special privilege. Such words should not be used against anybody. Right? That's the culture of the politics that we should be talking about. Why Prime Minister has a special privilege? Everybody deserves that respect, right? And using such words and going below the belt, the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, is the leader in this country. He celebrates outright trolls from social media, takes pictures with them, promotes them in his party. He is the one who mainstreamed the mediocrity in this country. So let's not talk about Prime Minister as if Prime Minister is what, God or what? He is our Prime Minister.
I just want to ask you,
No,
Mr.
right?
Bek.
No,
Brajesh has a question. I just wanted to ask you something which is
Brajesh has a
completely
question, not
different.
me. Brajesh has a question.
Which is a completely different thing, Mr. Meka. Leave aside the propriety, and I agree that everyone deserves respect, not only Prime Minister. But, sir, there's a thing called a political sense. Chowkidar chor hai, boomerang badly. It misfired badly. Do you seriously think that attacking Prime Minister has gotten you any kind of dividend, which makes you emboldened enough to use it so close to the election, sir?
See, first of all, our as you said, right? So these are unwanted comments. Sometimes many of the politicians use them in the heat of the moment, but making them election issues is my issue, right? And also, you are coming from a presumption, and you want me to accept that presumption that a certain comment won the election for Modi. No, this isn't. Some of the comments are in bad taste. How about Jersey guy? How about 50 crore girlfriend? Were the comments able to win the election for Congress? No. So let us not fool people with the set agenda. Okay. So let's talk about. Let me break this Maya. Let's talk about issues. The India Gathbandhan rally in Patna raked up and bought so many issues, people's issues. Instead of taking them head on, BJP is cowardly and is diverting the attention of the people.
But Mr. Meka, you can also be accused of. You can also be accused of one thing, which is that the government, against the government, the India campaign has not come out with a proper agenda. There was a talk that there will be Sachiwala, press conferences, Sajha Pravakta, but nothing of that sort has happened. It's time for a short break. I'll be back with you, and then the straight question to Charu Pragya. Madam, this will be my question after the break. Is this the Maut Ka Saudagar movement for the entire India bloc in this election? Has the Lakshman Rekha been crossed once again? After the break.
Bangalore traffic is an example of something that has gone wrong with our system.
We have more than 50 flyovers in Bangalore city. If flyover is a solution to traffic problem, Bangalore should not have traffic problem.
According to TomTom Traffic Index 2022, Bangalore is ranked as the second worst city in the world when it comes to traffic.
The speed limit at the ORR is 80 kilometers per hour, but our vehicle has only moved 10 kilometers per hour.
What Bangalore needs is a surgery, but what we have been offered repeatedly are band-aids.
Only on the world's first news OTT. News9 Plus, ahead of the curve.
So now let me go across to Charu Pragya. Charu, do you think that the Lakshman Rekha has been crossed this time? This is like the Maut Ka Saudagar, Chowkidar Chor movement for the entire India bloc?
They cross the Lakshman Rekha every single time. I still remember the time when Congress leaders were sitting on the tarmac in an airport and saying, Modi teri kabar khudegi. So this kind of narrative that they want to set, and then their spokespersons come on TV and they say, oh, a big deal is being made out of this. And why are you allowing your leaders to make statements as nonsensical as that? Why do you not talk issues? When Rahul Gandhi has a mic in his hand, he doesn't know the difference between MRP and MSP. He doesn't know that minimum is the opposite of maximum. That is the level to which this discourse has fallen in the India alliance. And if Laluji is speaking to people, did he talk about logic? Did he talk about issues? Did he talk about things that he would like to positively influence? No, he chose to attack Prime Minister Modi in a personal way below the belt, which is hurting us. It is hurting every single person who has a belief in PM Modi's vision. And it's not just BJP Karyakartas, it's the people of this country, because he's been voted into power. He's a democratically elected Prime Minister of this country. But like I said, if they think this is the best that they have to offer to the people of this country, the people are very wise. They are very smart. We are easily going to go from 303 to 370, because every time they think they can pull the PM down, he shoots forward like an arrow. You are not, our party symbol is the Kamal. The more कीचड़ ये उछालने की कोशिश करते हैं, the more Kamals are going to bloom in this country. We have proved it again and again, whether it was in 14, whether it was in 19, and in 2024. And Mr. Meka, I find him absolutely downright hilarious, because he wants to talk of issues and he says Modi ji doesn't have a vision. Who has a vision then? A Rahul Gandhi who doesn't want to take a break from his so-called yatra for parliament, but wants to take a break for a paid event at Cambridge. A Rahul Gandhi who, instead of bringing together people from different alliances, takes off on his own independent yatra. I don't know what their objective is, but that's not our concern here. We are not concerned with opposition politics. We are a mere observer to that. But when it comes to BJP, our deliverability is very high. That's exactly why the people stand with us. When it comes to BJP, we meet people with a report card in hand, and that is why we have their blessings.
Mr. Meka, you wanted to say something?
Kartikeya, simple thing is, so Charuji, calm down, put your point, okay? What is
how are you talking? How are you talking? Look at
how
your
dare
language.
you call me hilarious? What is hilarious to you? So calm down.
What is the difference between MRP and MSP? Did Rahul Gandhi not say that? Are you supporting
Arre,
that kind
Amma,
of
हम भी जानते हैं.
A third standard student knows better. Are you
Chupra,
trying to
please.
say that a third
Please
standard
calm down.
knowledge also the leader doesn't have?
Calm down.
No, answer me this.
Calm
Does
down, I
Rahul
will
Gandhi
answer.
possess the same
Arre, you have-
information a third or a fourth grade student in this country has? And if he doesn't, why don't you sit him down and coach him first? Before you come on television and then attack personally our Prime Minister.
You are the one. Oh, calm down. You are the one who is attacking me personally. Okay,
I'm not attacking you personally.
Okay,
I'm not
relax.
attacking you. I'm asking you a question about Rahul Gandhi. You have no answer to that.
Relax.
I think Mr. Meka, yes, you can please start. Please start, Mr. Meka.
Wait, let me put my point. See, political leaders will have cafes here and there. We make big issues out of that. That is what we are trying to do. Bring the political discourse back onto people's issues. This is not the bracket square extra 2AB, right? This is an insult to the country. Don't talk all that nonsense. We are talking about people's issues, price rise. What is hilarious for you if I am talking about unemployment?
You didn't
This
talk
is
about
the culture that
unemployment.
Narendra Modi
You didn't
and
talk
his
about
cohorts
unemployment.
are spreading in this country. We are not afraid of you. Don't shout. You just by speaking fast, speed sentences and throwing abuses at others, you are not going to get anything. Okay?
It is your
Calm down.
leaders who are
Calm down.
abusing.
This is
I am
Madam,
calm.
Mr. Meka,
this
Mr.
is you
Meka,
Congress.
Instead of
You calm down.
apologizing and retracting, you
Mr.
carry on with this non-agenda on television also.
Mr.
people are
Meka,
seeing
I know you are not the
Instead of
spokesman.
apologizing, you carry on with this. You defend statements like that. You have nothing to say about Rahul Gandhi not knowing difference between MSP and MRP. That you can't answer. You're telling me to
Prime
calm
Minister
down. I
thinks-
cannot
Narendra
keep
Modi
calm.
thinks
I'm
extra 2
concerned
becomes
about the
no.
future of this country. You
Why do you
cannot.
think Narendra Modi thinks extra 2AB? Why 2AB is extra?
अच्छा, Mr. Meka, no, ठीक है, Mr. Meka,
Why climate change is a hoax? You tell me.
Mr. Meka, the debate is on why such words are being used against the Prime Minister. It's not about MSP, it's not about MRP. Why are people using such abusive words against the Prime Minister? I know you are not the spokesperson for Lalu Prasad. I know that. You are not here to defend Lalu Prasad Yadav. You are here as a spokesperson of the Congress party. And Lalu is
even need to be defended.
My point is, why such abusive words against Prime Minister? Why do you say Hindu नहीं है, सर नहीं मुड़वाया? अगर कोई व्यक्ति अकेला पॉलिटिक्स में है, तो वो तो उसका परिवार तो लार्जर फैमिली होता है. वो तो आप भी बोलेंगे. There is a word in Hindi called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. I mean, it's part of the...
See, I don't care whether you are a Hindu or Sikh or Buddhist or Muslim or whatever.
But I think
that doesn't have
Lalu
anything
Prasad
to do
cares.
with politics.
Lalu does that. Lalu does that.
No, you have to go and ask Lalu Prasad ji about that. And why do you stress the point that, oh, Prime Minister, as if he is a God Prime Minister or what?
No. He's the Prime Minister of the country.
He is Prime Minister.
I know Prime
simple.
Minister is not God, neither godly, but he is the Prime Minister of country representing 1 billion people.
He is the Prime Minister, simple.
He is
the Prime
Minister.
With our authority. He is there with our authority.
Yes, he is there with the people's authority.
Simple.
People's authority. People's authority.
Don't make it a big issue.
People's authority.
Prime Minister.
But people's authority is sacrosanct. Mr. Meka, people's authority is sacrosanct.
I will tell you.
It is sacrosanct. Don't you?
The Prime Minister's representative of his party here comes and calls his co-panelist hilarious. What kind of a talk is that? What is hilarious if I talk about unemployment and price rise? Does she find it hilarious? See, don't talk all this nonsense. That is
Mr.
what
Meka,
the Prime Minister
you have
is.
not answered my question. If she has called it hilarious, you objected to it and she answered it back. I didn't call you.
Where is the answer?
You didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question.
It.
No, I am not here to defend anyone. You didn't answer my question. I am asking, why does self-goals happen right before elections?
There is no self-goal there. People doesn't bother about these things. People bother about their jobs, their support price for the farmers. What the incomes of the farmers? Are the MSCs functioning?
Okay. I shouldn't have. Jobs? I think there are self-goals. I think there are self-goals in politics. I interviewed Mr. Kharge. It was a self-goal. Charu, are you there?
Yeah.
I interviewed Mr. Kharge, and when I asked him about Sandesh Khali, he spoke about MSP, and everyone saw that. And I again asked him about, sir, this is about Adhir Ranjan Singh, Jungle Raj, and he said, ऐसा होता रहता है. It was a self-goal. And then I said, महिलाओं पे अत्याचार, he said, voting right तो हमने दिए. So I am saying that, one self-goal after another, wasn't that enough for the Congress president not to understand, to say words like, ऐसा होता रहता है, I don't want to comment on issues like that, when women were saying it's about rape, and you don't need anything except an investigation as per the law. Isn't that Charu?
Yes, absolutely. And Karthik, if I can say this, I think what politics in India needs today is a little more empathy and a little more understanding about what is happening. I find it actually very sad that Mr. Meka has found nothing wrong in Lalu Yadav's comment. He's found nothing wrong in it. It's like saying if somebody abuses an elder in my family in front of me, I hear it. I'm not supposed to feel offended. I mean, are these the kind of values you want the youngsters of this country to feel are okay? If you are a politician, is this what a political discourse in my country is going to come down to? Because there are not just leaders who refuse to talk of important things. There are leaders who hit below the belt. There are leaders who question the very identity of the Prime Minister of this country. And then there are spokespersons whose life mission is to come on national television and defend all this. I think using a word like hilarious on my part was very kind to Mr. Meka, because he was worse than hilarious. But I'm not Lalu Yadav, and I'm not going to personally attack him. He said he's not a spokesperson of RJD. Well, fine, fair enough. I asked him if he's a spokesperson of the Congress. Did he have anything to say about supporting a person who doesn't know basics in this country? He refuses to answer that. It's a leader who doesn't know what NCC means. He doesn't want to answer that. I asked him, why did he go for a paid event to Cambridge but not attend Parliament? He doesn't want to answer that. When I ask him why his party president doesn't have anything to say about the suffering of the women in Sandesh Khali, he has nothing to say about that. But I'll tell you what we are doing. We are focused on our agenda of making India into a rock-solid welfare state. We are completely committed to making sure that the lives of people in this country become better and better. He wants to talk employment. Well, that's what he does. That's all he does. He talks employment. Modi ji is walking the talk. When he announces Lakpati Didi's 3 crore women in this country are going to become business owners. When he talks about, the Surya Yojana, where there are panels on the rooftop to generate solar electricity and you can sell that electricity, he's actually walking the talk. He's delivering, and that is why people are with him.
I think there was a report which I read day before yesterday by Brookings Institute that in last 10 years, extreme poverty ended in this country. And
yes,
this was,
yes.
So we can,
25 crore people
25 crores. But you see, today, the reason why I chose this debate was, and the reason why I read those two graphics again and again was that I think the larger message is lost. One, the more you attack Prime Minister at a personal level, the more it boomerangs on the entire opposition. That's one. And the more you make it personal, the more the hit back becomes, because you can't beat him in his own game. Prime Minister is 24/7, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
Within a second, within an hour, within a day, you'll get a peace of mind. And third is the foremost. And I always repeat this story. There is a power of positive campaign. The reason why in 1971 the entire socialist left lost, because their campaign was Indra Hatao. And it was, the whole campaign was based on Indra Hatao. That was by George Fernandes and Dandavate. And the whole Swatantra Party was split because Pilu Modi was on one side and the president of the Swatantra Party and Dandavate and Fernandes were on the other side. But when Indra turned it around, wo kehte hain mujhe hatao, main kehti hu garibi hatao. There is something called power of positive messaging. And if you this time look at Prime Minister Modi's campaign for the third term, it's directly hinged on positive campaigning. If you have to challenge that, then you need to have your own set of 10 things you would do. And I think that is where the lack is. And by saying this, they have given the space to Prime Minister Modi. He says, Desh mera parivar hai. It ends a lot of things. And I hope there is a fight left when people go to hustings. This is all on point on this side, but don't go away. It's time for a short break. I'll be back and then we will talk about Delhi's version of Kejriwal's Nari Shakti.
It's probably the best kept secret in India.
Family-owned business, which has been extremely clinical in their approach. They have not hesitated ever